Previously on Bollocks.
Bollocks, we got Dean Furman. Dean, I know you've been travelling up and down the motorway. Dean Furman, the guy that set us alight with his performances for Bafana when he was at Oldham, now at Doncaster. I'm just having a quick look at the league table. Like, Dean, now I live in South Africa, I don't keep an eye on the championship like I should. You guys, I'm trying to work out if you're safe or not. You're not really safe at Doncaster, are you, Dean?
No, we're not safe just yet. Obviously, by the terms it's mathematically certain we won't call ourselves safe. We've had a disappointing couple of results after a great month.
Yeah.
In the last two home games, and our gap between the bottom three and ourselves is now down to 4 points, so it's very tight. We feel that we probably need another 4 or 5 points out of our last 5 games to get safety, and we'll be hoping to get 3 under our belt on Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. Who have you got on Saturday? Sorry, I haven't got that in front of me.
We have got Ipswich away.
Oh, mate, out into tractor country.
Mate,
yeah. So,
yeah,
Dean,
exactly.
As I understand it, you're actually playing kind of with an injury at the moment. Is that right? Can you describe that injury to us?
Yeah, well, what's actually happened is I've after the Brazil game, which is a difficult kind of quick trip involving a lot of travelling and obviously 90 minutes to get against Brazil. After coming on the back of a game on Saturday, there's just not a lot of time for recovery, and when I came back off that trip, I started to feel a pain in my groin, which moved into kind of like a hernia kind of pain. And I've seen the doctor, and I've seen my club physio as well, and basically what the plan is now is to manage it as best we can and make sure that I'm available for selection till the end of the season, and once the end of the season is there, we'll reassess the situation. If there's a need for an operation, we'll have to go down that route. If not, the best thing they're saying for me to do is just use the summer as best I can to rest and try and recover, because with all the travelling, it has been quite a taxing season.
I guess, Dean, that's the bit that we don't quite get, is when you play a full 90 minutes, then jump straight on a plane to go back and play in the championship. You know, you're going to end up with injuries being kind of exaggerated, and pulls and strains become much worse than they would if you would just, go home and warm down. So it's part and parcel almost of being a player that has to travel back to play for his country, and I think quite a lot of foreign players get that when they're playing in Europe and have to go home, don't they?
Yeah, it's very difficult. I mean, the way we travelled last time was literally directly after the game. We went straight to the airport, so there was not even time for a quick snack really. So that's how quick the turnover was.
Yeah.
And just in terms of recovery is so key, especially when you're playing games thick and fast and almost 3 a week. To have almost 24 hours worth of flying in between that is going to take its toll on your body, and for the best part of the season, I've been able to manage it, but that one trip just seemed to cause me a few issues, which, like I say, I'm trying to manage the best I can to get me through the end of the season. Yeah,
it'll be a big loss for us not to have you in that. I mean, the Australia game's going to be quite tough, and then on to New Zealand. I think Australia's being shown here on the 26th of May, and then New Zealand on the 30th. But Dean, looking beyond that, do you still see yourself, after the World Cup, when South Africa start their preparations for the AFCON 2015 in Morocco, will you still be available for South Africa?
Of course. I've worked my hardest over here to try and make sure I'm always in the national team's thinking, always in the coach's ideas for going forward and his plans. There's definitely no chance that I'm making myself unavailable for those games. They're very important. Obviously, the next major tournament for us is the AFCON, and it's something that we're desperate to qualify for, and really kind of kick on from the quarter-final stage where we lost in the last one.
Brilliant stuff, Dino. Listen, thanks for talking to us. We were just trying to clear up, because there were a couple of quotes flying around here. Dean Furman's injured, can't play, and then suddenly you came on as a sub on Tuesday night, and we all kind of jumped it around. But basically the story is Dean Furman managing a groin/stroke hernia injury, will be available for South Africa as soon as he can after he's had that sorted out. That's the story, and good luck with surviving in the championship with Doncaster. I think you should make it.
Thanks very much.
All right, Dino. Cheers, mate. There it is. That's the Dean Furman story from the horse's mouth. There was a bit of a shenanigan on, it was Tuesday night, wasn't it, when Gordon was quoted on kickoff.com saying that Dean Furman's injured, and then he came on as a sub for Doncaster before half time, actually. And the word from Doncaster fans, that the ones that kind of get in touch, is that Dean's playing okay, but he's playing with a groin hernia picked up when he was flying home from the Brazil game for Bafana. Not easy to make those big flights, guys. When you're doing 12, 13-hour flights after 19 minutes of extreme physical exertion, you do pick up chronic injuries, injuries that wouldn't have been as bad if you'd just been kind of driving 20 minutes down the motorway. Dean Furman will be back. Matty Patterson won't be back till the end of the season. And Kaiser Chiefs, will they be back? Comfort?
Yeah, I still
anytime soon?
Balls.co.za. Visual Radio.